The announcement immediately caught the attention of rugby fans across New Zealand and beyond. As preparations intensified for one of the most anticipated tours of the season, the spotlight unexpectedly shifted toward one of the greatest players ever to wear the famous black jersey. Beauden Barrett, a veteran of 144 test matches and one of the most accomplished playmakers in modern rugby, was once again at the center of discussion. This time, however, the conversation was not about a spectacular sidestep, a long-range penalty, or a match-winning performance. Instead, it focused on patience, professionalism, and a carefully planned return to competitive action. When All Blacks head coach Dave Rennie revealed that Beauden Barrett would start against the Stormers during the opening match of the South African tour, the news quickly became one of the biggest talking points in rugby circles. For many supporters, it marked the beginning of another important chapter in the legendary fly half's remarkable career. Although Barrett had not featured during the July Nations Championship fixtures, his absence had never been interpreted as a decline in commitment or quality. Instead, it reflected the coaching staff's long-term strategy to develop younger talent while ensuring experienced leaders remained ready when their opportunity arrived. Throughout July, fans watched with curiosity as Ruben Love was entrusted with the starting role at first five. The talented youngster embraced the responsibility with confidence, delivering composed performances that justified the faith placed in him. Behind the scenes, however, another story was unfolding. While cameras focused on the action during match day, Beauden Barrett continued preparing with the same intensity that had defined his career for more than a decade. According to Dave Rennie, Barrett's attitude throughout the period had been nothing short of exceptional. Despite naturally wanting to compete, the experienced playmaker consistently put the team's interests ahead of his own ambitions. Every training session became another opportunity to raise standards, mentor younger teammates, and demonstrate the qualities that have made him one of rugby's most respected professionals. Rennie openly admitted that the situation had not been easy. It was tough for him, the coach explained while speaking to the media during the squad announcement. Those few words carried significant meaning. Elite athletes dedicate countless hours to training because they want to play. Sitting on the sidelines is never comfortable, particularly for someone who has spent years leading the All Blacks in some of rugby's biggest matches. Yet instead of expressing frustration, Beauden Barrett chose a different approach. He became a mentor. He became a leader. And perhaps most importantly, he became an example for the next generation. One of the players who benefited most from Barrett's experience was Ruben Love. As a young first five stepping into one of rugby's most demanding roles, Love faced enormous expectations. Every pass, every tactical kick, and every decision was analyzed by supporters and former players alike. Having someone with Barrett's experience available throughout training sessions provided invaluable guidance. Rather than viewing the younger player as competition, Barrett embraced the role of teacher. He shared knowledge gathered over more than 100 international appearances, helping Love prepare mentally and technically for the challenges of Test rugby. That willingness to support teammates reflected the culture the All Blacks have spent decades building. Success has never depended solely on individual brilliance. Instead, it has always relied upon experienced players passing knowledge to emerging stars, ensuring the jersey remains stronger than any individual career. For Dave Rennie, Barrett's contribution extended well beyond what supporters could see on television. Training standards improved. Preparation became sharper. Confidence grew within the squad. Young players learned what genuine professionalism looked like. These invisible contributions rarely appear on statistics sheets, yet coaches often value them just as highly as points scored during matches. When Rennie finally confirmed Barrett's selection against the Stormers, there was a noticeable sense of excitement surrounding the squad. The experienced playmaker had earned his opportunity through consistent hard work rather than public pressure or reputation. Every indication suggested that he remained highly motivated and eager to contribute. The South African tour presents unique challenges unlike almost any other rugby destination. Fast-paced decision-making, physical contests at the breakdown, tactical kicking battles, and hostile home crowds create an environment that tests even the world's best players. Experience often proves invaluable under those circumstances, making Barrett's inclusion particularly significant. Over the years, Beauden Barrett has built a reputation for thriving under pressure. Whether playing at fly half or fullback, he possesses the rare ability to identify opportunities that others simply cannot see. His acceleration, vision, and tactical awareness have repeatedly transformed close contests into memorable victories. Yet the upcoming tour represents more than another chance to showcase individual talent. It represents an opportunity to reinforce leadership within an evolving All Black squad. Following several months of experimenting with combinations and giving younger players valuable experience, the coaching staff now faces the challenge of balancing development with proven international quality. Selecting Barrett against the Stormers perfectly illustrates that philosophy. Rather than rushing him back into Test rugby immediately, the coaching group has chosen a measured approach. The fixture offers Barrett valuable match minutes while allowing the staff to evaluate combinations ahead of tougher encounters later in the tour. That careful planning highlights the modern approach increasingly adopted by elite rugby nations. Squad management now extends far beyond simply selecting the strongest available 15 players each weekend. Coaches carefully monitor workloads, recovery periods, tactical development, and long-term player health. For veterans like Beauden Barrett, maintaining peak performance requires intelligent scheduling rather than constant selection. Rennie's comments also revealed another important aspect of Barrett's character. The coach repeatedly praised his professionalism. Professionalism in elite sport often means continuing to prepare at maximum intensity even when immediate opportunities are limited. It means helping teammates compete for the very position you hope to reclaim. It means maintaining positivity despite disappointment. According to everyone within the All Blacks environment, Barrett embraced those responsibilities without hesitation. That attitude sends a powerful message throughout the entire squad. Young players quickly learn that earning respect involves far more than scoring tries or producing highlight reel moments. Character during difficult periods often defines careers just as much as performances during successful ones. As preparations continue for South Africa, supporters will undoubtedly watch Barrett's return with enormous interest. Questions naturally surround how quickly he will rediscover match rhythm after missing the July fixtures. Will his experience immediately influence the team's attacking structure? Can he provide the calm decision-making required in high-pressure situations? Those answers will only emerge once the whistle blows. However, one thing already appears certain. The coaching staff has complete confidence in his ability. That confidence has not been earned through reputation alone. It has been reinforced every single week through disciplined preparation, selfless leadership, and unwavering commitment to the team. For rugby supporters, stories like these often provide a fascinating reminder that success begins long before kickoff. Championships are built during ordinary training sessions, honest conversations between teammates, and countless unseen moments of preparation. Beauden Barrett's journey over recent months perfectly captures that reality. Instead of allowing disappointment to define him, he transformed it into motivation. Instead of withdrawing from the group, he became one of its strongest leaders. Instead of focusing solely on personal selection, he invested in the development of those around him. Now, with the South African tour beginning and a starting opportunity finally arriving against the Stormers, Barrett has the chance to convert months of preparation into performance. For the All Blacks, that could prove to be one of the most important stories of the entire tour.